Alright guys, this is the preparation. Now I'm going to show you guys. Let me just get out this. Get that out, and 1 minute. Normal tap water. So I've got some normal tap water here now. Let me just show you guys what I've got. So we've got here, I would say that's one. Yep, that's definitely 1 cup of red kidney beans. I'm gonna pour that in there, but I'm actually gonna put a little bit more. Alright. So I do love me some red kidney beans. So I'm gonna put 2 cups, cup and a half. No, 2 cups of red kidney beans. Yeah, 2 cups. That's going in. Now let's go into a pot with some water. What I'm going to do is just use my hands to stir them around. Get my colander, and I'm just going to wash them off. So all I'm going to do is some warm water again. The last rinse. Just rinse that off for the last time. Yeah. Okay, now what I'm going to do is grab my kettle, right, so I've got a whole kettle of water that's actually on at the moment, so I'm going to wait for that to boil up. Okay, so into our pot with our red kidney beans that I've washed off, I'm going to pour the hot water that I've filled the kettle up with hot water. I'm going to pour that on here, and I'm going to turn the fire on. So what I'm going to put into this, I'm going to pour the hot water on now. Okay. So the hot water's in with the red kidney beans. What I'm going to add to that. Okay, so into the red kidney beans, I'm going to add two onions. Literally all I'm doing is just taking 2 onions. I'm going to chop them in half. So I'll show you what I'm going to do real quick. So literally just take it. Chop it in half. Oh, chop it in 4, should I say rather, yeah? So, do that, we'll put the other one. So chop that in 4 also. So chop the half in quarters. Chop the whole thing in quarters. So we've got 2 onions that's in there. We have some fresh thyme. This is what I generally do. So I've got me some fresh coriander, yeah, which is this one. I've got me some fresh thyme. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut me some fresh thyme. So about that amount of thyme, yeah. Oh, you guys can see that amount of thyme that's gonna be going in. So what I'll do is I basically rinse it off. With the onion and the peas, that's gonna go in the pot as well. Okay, that's all we're gonna put. You don't put any salt, you don't put anything like that. You're just gonna bring the peas up to a boil with the onion and the thyme. Oh, and I am forgetting one thing. A couple of these, I'm gonna put 3 of these cayenne peppers, or Scotch bonnet, or what they call habanero. Yeah, but I'm just gonna put 3 of these cayenne peppers in. So these are frozen, guys. What I generally do is I buy the cayenne peppers, I wash them, and I freeze them. Yeah, so they last longer. Right? So I'll just basically rinse them off again. So here we've got 3 cayenne peppers. I'm going to put that in the pot. That is it. No salt, no nothing. What you do is you bring that to a boil. My pot is bubbling right now, so let me give you a quick little glance here. So that's basically what we got in the pot. Alright, so that's it, guys. So I will catch you once the peas, you're going to leave the peas to pressurize. You're going to put it under pressure for about an hour. I think these peas take quite some time, so you need to cook it for about an hour. Yeah, so I'll be back in a sec after that. Alright, we're back. Okay, so what I'm going to put in, I've got some these are cherry tomatoes, so I'm gonna just pick these off the vine. I'm also gonna wash them. So I'm just gonna quickly show you what I've got so far. So we've got that. I'm gonna put I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 cherry tomatoes, 3 plum tomatoes. I'm gonna cut them and chop them up. Yeah, we've got 2 red onions that's going in. Right, now just to show you quickly, the peas is now completely cooked, so I'm going to pour that with the water into there. I need to wash this out. That's what I've got. That's the amount of liquid that I've got. Got quite a lot of liquid, but this is the peas, and the peas, you squeeze it and they're soft, then you know it's cooked. Alright, that's quite a lot of liquid, but I'm gonna need that amount of liquid anyway, because I'm gonna cook it down. So this is just cooked enough to get the peas soft, or the beans, depends on where you come from, you call them different things. So I'm gonna peel this green onion. Alright, so we've got the green onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half and just basically roughly chop these up. Alright, so that's, let me wash these off. It looks so good. Okay. Alright. So those are my cherry tomatoes that I washed. So I'm gonna add this to one side. Try and make this look as professional as possible. So we add that to one side of the actual plate. And I just cut these in, say 4. Alright, put that to one side. Do the same with that. Alright, guys, these are called plum tomatoes. We're not meant to eat the big tomatoes, the beef tomatoes or, you know, stuff. The smaller tomatoes are the ones we're meant to consume. So I'm just going to cut these little cherry tomatoes in quarters. Just do that. Do all of them. Okay. Right, so far let's just peel this. Right, so let me just quickly get this chopped up. Just get this in on the sides. We've got 2 onions so far. We've got those tomatoes that I've just put in there. The amount of tomatoes you put in is up to you guys, yeah? You can put more, you can put less, it's up to you. Right. Let me rinse this off quickly. Alright. Ready for our butternut squash. So do is I'm gonna chop that. Alright. Peel the skin off of this. Do you know that some people actually just chop it up with the skin? But I'm not going to consume the skin today. Yeah. When you think about it, that's where, you know, the skin has it makes contact with everything. So okay, so just wash that off. Let me peel this other one. Take a bit more, just to peel this. See, the butternut squash is not only going to bulk it up, but it's also going to give it a bit of body. So let me just wash these off. Alright, so let's go in. I'm just gonna cut these in 2 chunks, just like that. Alright, so just go in. So we'll just put that there, that there. Just chop up the last one, so we'll go in. That. that again into chunks. Alright, so that's what we've got so far. Got your tomatoes, got your onions, got your butternut squash. Just rinse my hands off quickly again. Alright, take a bit of this towel. Now, in with this, now this is the only thing really which is in a tin, and what I should have done is I should have got an actual coconut and grated it. You know, if you really want to go to town, you use nothing from a tin. This is the only thing that I'm going to be using from a tin today. Now, what I've got is I've got the black rice in some water, just washing it. I've just left it soaking. I'm going to pour this water off now. Just gonna put a bit more water on there. So you need to wash your rice well, okay? Really well. Okay, so this is what we've got in there so far. We've got the butternut squash, we got that, we got that. Now I've got some carrots, not carrots, sorry, mushrooms. We're not allowed to have carrots, unfortunately. So let me just give these a rinse real quick. Right. Now these have been frozen. I freeze my carrots. So yeah. Right, so we're just gonna chop those in half. So carrots is going in. Okay. Alright. So that's basically it. We're just gonna add some carrots. The carrots will be the meat. Now, in terms of the stew, I'm gonna now bring this to turn the fire on and add in the butternut squash and half of the onions. Yeah, but all the butternut squash is going in. So that's going in to the pot. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So the butternut squash has gone in. I'm going to add half of the onions in. So that's one onion that's going in with it. And while we're at it, we can add in half of the tomatoes as well. So that's what I've got left back. Now it's time for the seasoning. We're going to put some ground black pepper in. So, do you know, let me show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so far we have the tomatoes, the onions, the butternut, all the butternut squash that's gone inside the actual pot. Yeah. So we're gonna cook this now. Alright, so just leave that to cook until the butternut squash gets sort of like halfway cooked. But to this, we're gonna add some ground black pepper. Now you guys want measurements. Right, so we're gonna have, let's see, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We add that. So that's black pepper, that's in. We're gonna add that's 1 teaspoon of sea salt. So I'm gonna put that's 2 teaspoons of sea salt in. Okay, that's 2 teaspoons of sea salt that's in. Give that a stir. And basically you can season to taste as you go along. So once it's nearly cooked, you can taste it again, see if it needs a bit more seasoning, yeah? And then as I say, you season to taste. So we're going to put this back on the fire now. So that's back on the fire, and we're going to leave that to simmer down and to cook. And what I've done is I've left the rest of the stuff that I've got here, I've left that over because I'm going to add the mushrooms, the tomato and the onions close to the last, say, 10 minutes of when it's almost ready to be served. And that's when I'm going to add some of this coconut oil, coconut milk. Okay, so I'll show you guys when I add the rest of the stuff, and then we're gonna then cook the black rice. And I've got the organic quinoa or quinoa, yeah. So I'm gonna half cook the black rice, and because this doesn't take long, I'm gonna add this in with the black rice. I was gonna add the black rice in with the actual stew, the chili. I don't think I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna mix it in with the quinoa. So you're gonna have the quinoa and black rice on the side, then you're gonna have the stew, and it's gonna be beautiful. All right. So while that's doing what it's doing, you want to soak your black rice off. Right. Even the water at the moment is really black. So you're gonna pour that off, so you know that the rice itself has been washed properly. Okay, I almost forgot. While the chili's cooking, we haven't added the rest of the stuff yet. We can prepare the dumpling. All right, now these dumplings are beautiful. Might not be to everybody's liking, but these are nice, I'm telling you. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add this is spelt flour, yeah? So I'm gonna add in, based on how many dumplings you want, this is gonna be cup and a half of spelt flour, yeah. So that's a cup and a half of spelt flour going in. To that you're probably gonna want about half a teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of sea salt. That's going into the flour there. Give that a mix. The salt and the flour is combined in the mixture. Let's give that a good mix. Okay. Now, I'm gonna wash my hands to make sure that my hands, I take my ring off as well, because when you're going to need any sort of flour, pastry, if you're baking, doing anything like that, you really want to make sure that you wash your hands properly. Alright, so let's do that, and I'm going to pop my ring off, and clean cloth here. Right, okay, so now we want to add just clean this glass out. Okay, so now that your hands are nice and clean, what we need is just a little bit of water. So I'll add some filtered water to mine, and you want to get your hands in there and literally mix up stuff here, mix up the dough. I've added a bit too much water in, so I need to add a bit more flour. Alright. You want to basically make a dough, so let's get this dough in. Alright, so now what I do is I pinch a small bit like that off, yeah, and I roll them out like that, and I drop that in the actual pot. Now let me just move that out of the way. Let me bring the pot over so you can see. So basically, these are what I do, right? Just long little things like that. They go into the pot. Some people, the way they actually do them also is they roll them like that, flat, like a disc, and put them in. Some people roll them into small little balls like that and drop them in. It's up to you guys. You can make them however you want to make them, yeah? This is simply, as long as you get them in there, right, then it's getting them in there, and that's the most important thing. So I'll do different sort of shapes. Let me go back to the original ones, which is like this. Drop that in there, and what you'll find is the dumplings will also thicken the stew, yeah. So, and it will bulk it up. So you basically got, when you don't have meat and stuff like that, you're gonna want something else to substitute. So dumplings and your mushrooms, they're your substitutes. Alright, let me put this back on the fire. So those are your dumplings in. You can put your dumplings in now, to be quite honest, because it's that stew's almost finished. So that is it. So your dumplings go in. Now this is absolutely optional, but I'm putting in some courgettes as well. So I'm going to add my courgettes and the rest of the seasonings now, the mushrooms and that, because the pot's got another 10-15 minutes to go. So I'll put these in at the last, and I'm also going to put the coconut cream in now. Right, so I'm going to add my coconut milk in there. So what I do is I open this tin, two sides, just like that. Because it's got just another 10 minutes to go, this is when you can add your coconut in there. Let's bring it over so you can see. So this is it at the moment. We're going to add our coconut milk in there. I'm just going to, that's just a quarter of the tin. Alright, mix that in. And then we're going to place it back on the fire until the butternut squash and the courgette that I've just put in there and the mushrooms all cook. Then, job's done. Now, I'm gonna put the rice on. Okay, so I've got the black rice in this pot here. I'm gonna add some water to this. Alright. Just give that a stir around. So this is the black rice. This is black wild rice, yeah? Alright guys, this is the preparation of the quinoa. Now the packet, this is This is the quinoa again. I think I showed you guys earlier. And what it actually says, it says this is how you prepare it. The following are guidelines only. Some appliances may vary. Okay, so this is what it wants you to do. Rinse 200 grams of quinoa thorough and add 400 mils lightly salted boiling water. Then obviously it's basically saying that you reduce the heat to a low temperature and simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So the first thing we need to do is rinse this quinoa. Now it's saying 200 grams. Now I'm basically going to pour in this is 300 grams, so I'm going to pour in 2/3. Right, that looks like 2/3 to me, and I'm going to rinse this with cool water. So basically I'm going to rinse that with cool water. Get my fork here. Basically we're just going to mix this through so we can rinse off the grains. That's all we're doing with this quinoa. So we mix it through. Now I've got the black rice still cooking. That takes a while, to be quite honest. It's because it's organic and it's a wild rice. It takes a bit longer than normal rice to boil. Okay, so this is what mine looks like. Now I'm just going to mix the rice in now. So just get this rice. I'm just going to mix in the rice. Alright, I'm just mixing the rest of this. Okay, now this is the Jamaican style chili, yeah? So I want you guys to understand that. These are the dumplings there at the side. Here you can see the mushrooms. That's your mushrooms. You got your butternut squash there, and you've got your red kidney beans, and this is the sauce to it. Very nice, very nice. Some of this. Let's just get this on the side so you can see exactly how that looks. So that's gonna go in on the side right here. Bon appetit. I'm about to break bread. It's now 10 to 7. I'm gonna wait until 7 o'clock. So 7 p.m. tonight, and that's when I'll start eating. Alright guys, but this is it. I hope you enjoy, and this amount of food will probably last me 2 days, so I'll have this today and tomorrow, and we'll come in on Wednesday and probably make a soup then. Alright, but anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and this is the beginning of eating healthy, this is the beginning of eating vegan, yeah? So hope you guys enjoy. See you soon. Bye bye.
Social Info Radio, we about to go. So you know that you better come and subscribe for sure. Send your comments and your shares, and you better not beware, cause we here just for you. So click here, click here, click here, cause this is Social Info Radio. We do it all for you. That's why you know that we always keep it true. We you. Social Info Radio. Case you didn't know, now you know. So subscribe, comment, share, oh for sure, yo.